Welcome back to the channel, guys. We got a topic we are talking about, guys. As you already know, the state of the game, guys. I mean, when you think about it, just when you really think about it, guys, do you know how many people? I'm asking you the question. Yeah, you, the one that's viewing it. Ed from Kansas City, guys. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you think are playing this game, Lords Mobile, that would like to quit? Let me ask you again. How many people do you think are playing Lords Mobile that want to quit this game? And if you can think of a number or a reason, why would you say they have not quit? Let's look at a few things right quick, guys. Let's check her out right quick. I'll move this up a little bit. IGG has, I think, right in here in the announcements, official drop rates, guideline, guide to greatness. I think, let me see if it's been in here, guys. This is talking about how IGG suspends people's accounts when you do a chargeback with your bank or something like that. It has been players who have literally, and this is part of it, guys. It's been a lot of players who have actually went to their bank or called Google or messaged Google or contacted their credit card company, their card holder, and literally put in a claim about the money they have spent in the game of Lords Mobile and asked for certain amounts or all of their refunds. And a lot of them have been awarded it. IGG does not take that lightly. It is a very serious thing because it deals with finances. The whole game is centered around money, guys. So that's what we're going to look at right now. And what I'm looking for, so these people who do things like that, they literally, IGG literally goes hard after the account. They can't do anything against the person. There's no way they can charge your card. That's fraudulent. That can't happen. You'll automatically be reimbursed on that if they take it upon themselves to charge your card, or as well as it's a crime. But it's not a crime to claim that, hey, I didn't spend that, hey, somebody's hacked, I didn't know about it, or I didn't authorize that, or I'm just now finding out, and worry about the consequences later. But IGG goes hard on it. They don't take it lightly. They have suspended people's account. They've removed the ability of some accounts to purchase because of situations like that. So some people who are upset with IGG and the finances they spent on the game because they don't feel like in any way they're getting what they paid for, or what they pay for, or what they're playing for, they really would like to have those funds back, but they don't do it because they know that it would really mess their account up. Some don't care because they want out of the game that much. They do not care. They want dissociation, freedom from, and just to be done with the game of Lords Mobile and done with IGG, because the game literally bankrupts people. It really puts people in debt. It really is an aspiring game. It is a desirable game. People want all the desirable things on here, and I'm sure there are some sort of crimes or action lawsuits that can be filed against a game like this who say download for free, but in actuality You entice people, you seduce people, you lure people to spend because you're constantly advertising. No sooner as an account logs in, 99 cent. That 99 cent, or even that free pack turns into that 99 cent. And next thing you know, those 99 innocent 99 cent packs, guys, 99 cent, 99 cent, turns into $1.99, $1.99, $4.99, $4.99, $19.99, $19.99, $19.99, $49.99, $49.99, $99.99, $99.99, coupons, $4.99, $1.99, $100.99, $499. And next thing you know, you're looking at yourself like, I have spent $20,000. I have spent $5,000. I have spent $2,000 on this game just to go into Liberath. Or I've spent $2,000 in this game and I haven't even unlocked half of my research tree or research. And people look back and they draw back and they're like, what the hell has happened? Where, I bought a castle skin for $40 that is the wrong one, or I bought a hero that has no stats. I mean, it's so crazy because this game, it weighs on you. So I want to look at a few things. We all know what buyer's remorse is, guys. We know what it is. And if you play this game and if you're serious, you've been in guilds, you've had discussions with guild mates, you've had discussions with people you've befriended in this game, and there's so many people who want out. So why don't they leave? And the people who do leave, it's like we're in a relationship with this game, with this Lord's Mobile, and with this IGG developing thing. We're in a relationship and we break off, we leave this game, we break the relationship, and somehow we find ourselves logging back in. So it's like a relationship, guys. We're married. And you can ask yourself, why do people who are married, why don't they just leave? Why do they stay in an abusive relationship? Why do they stay in an abusive marriage? Sometimes it's like, it's better to leave and just be gone, right? That's true. But sometimes people stay because of the kids, because of they don't want to end up selling the house and having to split the profits with the wife. They lose the house. Neither one of them gets the house. They got custody, children custody battles. Finances, guys, is one of the main things why people don't leave. And let's look at what another one I wanted to show you guys. What's this one here? Third-party programs to help give people an edge in the game, whether it's for gems or gold, or those things used to happen a lot back in the days. There's so many outside or third party or other apps that people use just in everything in life. But a lot of people are using these things to try to get the edge in the game that they can't get by fair means, because the game is not fair. It's not balanced. It's not equal. Everybody doesn't have the same playing field. That's life. That's life, guys. But IGG goes hard after it and discourage it. Another thing, those about third-party links. Another one is that's about free gems there. I want to look at the one that purchasing in-game items. Please note that you may be suspended from the gift shop if we are unable to recall the items in question. What's this one here? Gym purchase through unauthorized places. Removal of illegal acquired gems, temporary or permanent suspension, game suspension, limited game or account functionality. Account trading right here, guys. Let's look at this one right here, guys. Let me read it to you. The Lord's Mobile team emphasizes once again that we do not support any type of account trading. Let me read it again without messing up. The Lord's Mobile team emphasizes once again that we do not support any type of account trading, use of unauthorized agencies, illegal purchases, account sharing, and use of third-party softwares. These methods have great risks. Illegal gem purchasing channels do not offer safety support. Illegal gem purchasing, illegal software. Players discovered to have used unauthorized third-party platforms to purchase account trading or other prohibited actions will have automatically forfeited protection of their accounts. IGG and the Lord's Mobile team are not responsible for any issues that may occur as a result of illegal activities. So, how many players have purchased accounts? How many players have traded accounts, Lord Mobile accounts? How many players have traded Lord Mobile accounts for money? How many people have given away Lord's Mobile accounts freely? How many people have sold their Lord's Mobile accounts for something? It's prohibited. How many players have logged into other players' accounts? It's illegal. There's so many rules and regulations governing your account and my account. And there's so many back doors. Third parties, apps and platforms and softwares and all sorts of things that people can use that can help them on their accounts. Bots, sites that are able to they just know how to. IGG's done real good at blocking, free gems, but it still happens. It used to happen a lot. Free gems, things like that. Troops. But my point is this, guys. So many people leave this game. The number one reason people leave this game, as I was discussing with a few people in the chats from the last couple of videos, finances, guys. We were talking about Bren Chong, but that's not the only person. I'm talking about Midovich, the original Sugar, Sugar Gang or whatever they were called. I'm talking about, it's been a ton of players that started playing this game for the first I'm guessing the first 4 years, where the game was pretty much stationary, was not dynamic as it is today. It wasn't as versatile. You had T4. You didn't have familiars. You didn't have T5. You didn't have mythic. You just had gold. It was a playing level, playing a fair ground. It was an even playing field. Everybody was given, in a sense, the same cards. And so it was still based on finances, and you still had to have some strategical skill. And IGG didn't make it necessarily impossible for players to really achieve their greatest potential in large mobile. But nonetheless, it was still very costly because the expenses of war back then, there were no expeditions and all of these events that large mobile come up with, there was none of that. As a matter of fact, I can't even remember when Kingdom Wars came out, but it came out at some point. But my point is this, is that even back then, it was still a very costly game, and people measured their costs based off all the heroes that they would bring out. They would constantly bring out heroes, and we thought IGG really raised the bar when it came out with the $11,000 hero. Everybody knew they pushed the envelope. I need to charge up. Everybody knew that IGG pushed the envelope real big, and they got it off. And that's been a many years ago, and they haven't come out with another hero yet to that degree. So there were a lot of things that players would be in a dilemma and a obstacle about the game. Resources, because players really needed resources. Wood, gold, ore. Players really needed resources, and it wasn't a lot of resources available. So a lot of players were really into burning and attacking other castles just for resources purposes. Today, players don't have to, and they really don't have to attack other players for resources. But back when the game started, that was one of the main reasons of attacking it every day, for resources, because a lot of players didn't just go out and gather ore and gold and stone. And then, if you didn't know, some overlords wouldn't allow certain guilds to even gather, and that still goes on today. It still happens today. They wouldn't allow certain guilds to gather on the wonder, on the base level 5 resources. So the cost of war, the resources you would lose in war of T4 losses was really big back then. We don't think of that now. I mean, it's like a non-existent thing now. Like, okay, I lost some T4, just click the heal button. You don't have to worry about your resources and things like that, when back then it was really serious. And as the game progressed, players began to come up with ways based off their learnings from other strategic war games, such as that are like large mobile, and they began to implement and incorporate things like selling resources, apps, and third-party sites that could allow you to gain certain resources and gems outside of IGG. But the problem is this, guys. A lot of players walked away. Nonetheless, back then, I was one of them. I returned back to large mobile. It's been about, it's over a year and a half now since I've been back. And but a lot of players left, and I wish some of you new players would understand just how much it cost back in 2015, 2016, 2017, and probably 2018, probably 2017. What it actually costs to actually heal T4 troops, um, train T4 troops, and do research and get heroes and war. That stuff cost quite a bit. And if you don't know, back then it was really, really China or Chinese players or Asian players, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, whoever was on the IGG server or whatever, Taiwan server, I don't know. But it was really Asia versus every other player, whether it was players from UK or England or Europe or South America, uh, just all over America, everything. So my point is this, guys, that I'm making. I wish you guys really, really understood the raw money that people were paying back then to play this game. There was no coupons, there was no discounts, there were no bargain stores that were giving out free things. There was no 1+1. There was no buy one get one free. There were no free 2,000 or 200,000 gems. It was none of that, guys. Packs were sold raw, and a lot of people were trying to use other apps, whether it's Amazon or Hawaii or all these third-party apps, to try to get cash back or extra money for playing large mobile. So the point I wanted to ask is what I asked you guys at the beginning of this conversation is when we look at so many players who have left this game. I mean, they just walked away from Lords Mobile. Sold their accounts through some website, some media, some middleman, or just sold it directly to the person. And there's been problems over that too, fraudulent. People sell it and then get it back. But the point I'm making is this, guys, is that this game is a burden. I'm talking about it's people that want to quit this game, that have not quit this game, that really want to quit this game, but they have not quit this game. And as I'm telling you guys, the main reason people do not quit this game, who have not quit this game, is one or two reasons, guys. One, because they can't get rid of their account for some money back. That's one reason there. They can't get rid of it because they can't get the time and the money. You never get back the time, but they can't even get a good percentage of the tens of thousands that they've spent on this game back into their pockets. If IGG, listen to me, guys, this rule of not trading your accounts or not selling your accounts is to protect IGG's wealth. They do not care about our welfare. Do you think IGG cares about me losing my account? IGG don't care about that. They care about finances. They care about whose hands the account falls in, and hopefully they are pay to play player like you are. They don't really care about that. The reason IGG does not want people just freely selling their Lords Mobile accounts is because it does not benefit them. If IGG allowed players at randomly or at will, if IGG allowed players at their own will to freely sell their accounts as they wish, for one, the accounts will go for a higher price or lower, but I think they'll go for a higher price. But for two, the main reason is the main reason they don't want, IGG doesn't want and doesn't allow players to sell their accounts is because if I sell you my account, you're less likely to play on your own account. If I sold you my account, my Mythic account, then you would not create your own account. You're less likely to. And when you're done with the account I sold you, you're going to sell it to somebody else. That's a couple of people right there, and the list in the chain reaction follows. So if IGG just lets people sell their accounts, then the problem that they face is that less people are creating their own accounts. But if IGG can keep that same 1,000 players to keep their accounts, then if they're pay to play, then that is 1,000 players that more than likely are going to have to keep on spinning to keep their accounts up to date with IGG's updates. So one reason, and which is the main reason why IGG don't want people selling their accounts, because it doesn't benefit them. Forget about IGG thinking about our welfare. IG don't care about our welfare. They only care about the health of our dollars, as long as we're still spending. Because in this game, if you're not spending, then your account really is going to show. It's easy to show which accounts are spending and which accounts are not. Period. If you're a free-to-play account and you got Mythic, this and that, you've been playing for a very, 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 very long time. And you know, I question how many free-to-play accounts there really are out there that are really free-to-play. Because nowadays, some people think free-to-play is spending $5 a month or $20 a month. As if IGG is giving away all those heroes and all that mythic cups and mythic gear in the Labyrinth and the Kingdom Tycoon for them holy stars, unholy stars, what they are, and that stuff for free. That's not coming free. So there's very few real free to play castles out there, guys. I'm honestly, that's just my observation, should I say. So the reason why players aren't leaving the game, but they really want to, is because they have invested so much of their wealth in it, they can't see just walking away from it. It's like me. Before I just give my account away to a random person that I don't know, that I've never met in life, or even let them log into my account or share my account information, before I'd done something like that, I'd probably just either give it to a friend of mine or just let it sit dormant. Because for one, your personal information is important to you. But people know how to get around that too. If I sold my account, I know how to go and change all my passwords after that and clear everything up, and I know I'm protected. So the number one reason, as I said, guys, why people are keeping their accounts today, the only reason people are keeping their accounts today is because they haven't found the right seller. It's like having that car in your driveway that you want to sell, or that necklace that you want to sell, or those shoes that you want to sell, or that TV that you want to sell, or that ring you want to sell, or that house you want to sell, that business you want to sell. A lot of people are keeping things until they can get the right price for it. Because I guarantee you, if some people came up to some people, if if buyers came up to certain large mobile players and said, "Man, I'll give you 5,000 for your account right now," he has spent probably 70,000 into the game, or 50,000. But someone comes up and say, "I'll give you 5,000 for it right now." A lot of players would just take it and leave because they already know that what they've spent in the game, financially, monetarily, in sense of dollars and cents, they can get none of that back ever, as long as they're still playing that game. So to be able to get that $5,000 back or that $10,000 back, a lot of players would take it and be done with it. Sincerely, not the crooked ones. But until that happens, people are stuck in the relationship with this game because there's too much money invested in it. It's like, I'll keep it before I give it away, or I have to keep it because I'm invested in it. My girl tells me, my wife tells me so many times, she said, "I'm gonna delete that game." How many? I'm not the only fella that's heard that. I know this. How many of you guys, or how many of you guys, how many of you dudes, how many men out there, how many large mobile players, dudes, have been told by their girls, their wives, their fiancés, their girlfriends, their mothers, their sisters, their brothers, that they're going to delete this game because we spend so much time on it babysitting it? And how many females out there, female gamers, how many girls out there, women out there, have been told by their fiance or their husbands or their boyfriends that they're going to delete you girls' game because you're on here all the time? So the thing I'm saying is, I wish I could relay the passion and how serious it is for thousands of people who are playing this game because they're married to it and they can't get a divorce. I mean, it's like some of us players are like stuck and trapped in this game. Like in the last year and a half, I've spent what, $30,000 in just the last year and a half on this game. I mean, just on this game, $30,000 that I don't have, that I didn't have to give, but it's gone. And when people speak of, "Hey, I'll buy your account for, I give you 1,500 for it," you're like, "I just spent that last week on this game, so you'll give me back what I spent last week." "Oh, okay." "Oh, your account is probably worth 750. "Oh, okay. I just spent that yesterday on the game." I'm just using that for an example, which it has happened to me. So players be like, it's like we don't get an investment, guys. All right, so some new stuff IGG got going on. So the point I'm making is, I wish I could convey to you guys, and I wish I could relay to you players who don't know, how discouraging and how stressful this game is because of the financial ties that it holds on players. And it's not just financial ties. Some people are in love with the game. But I think the love of the game wears off quicker than the headache the game costs us because of how financially invested we are in it. So it's like, many people have walked away from this game. They've already sold their accounts for the low. I mean, you can look on certain discords or whatever, and you can be like, this person just bought a 4-piece champ account for $2,500, or he just bought a full champ account for $3,000 or $1,800. Somebody's selling a 2-piece champion mythic account for $500. The game is so depreciated, guys. This game is worse than a vehicle, worse than a car. You can buy a car today for $40,000, and they say as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. Now, that's some cars, not vintage cars. You can't do that with some cars. But your everyday, ordinary cars that don't hold their value, they depreciate. Some cars will always appreciate. They will maintain and hold their value like a good house. But the point I'm making is this here, is that I wish I could get you guys to see how many players there are. People like Worthy Prince, Alvatrex. I know those people want to quit Lost Mobile. Sneaky Tashi, he's already gone. And I'm talking, those are just bloggers, YouTubers, people who've been around Lost Mobile forever. There's no way those guys really want to stay in this game. If someone can give them the right price right now for their account, they would say, see you later, Lords Mobile. I'm out of here. And yet, if they wanted to, like I did when I left, they could play on their alt account, which they won't invest in anymore. They may keep it for Coliseum, or if it's anywhere mythic or whatever, they may help join rallies here and there, or they may go on there just to start a trap account, or just something basic, but nothing that they gotta protect and invest in and secure and lose sleep for, and because that's what this game does. And they don't have to be stressed out anymore about all these updates and all these things, guys. This game, man, is stressful. Pure stress. Because it's so much. Now, if you didn't know me a year and a half ago, the gear you see right here, a year and a half ago, I didn't have any of that gear. None of it. I didn't have I didn't have Bumble Him to Mythic. I didn't have any cups. I didn't have any champ pieces. I didn't have the plate, the firewall plate to Mythic. And I didn't have the Skull Crusher. I didn't have any of those pieces of Mythic with Astrolites a year and a half ago. I actually started back playing this game in December of 2022. So it's been a year and a half, a little over a year and a half now. So there you have it, I'm working on my 4th chess piece, champion chess piece. And that's pretty much it, guys. When I started playing this game, I didn't have this familiar. I didn't have this familiar. I don't have it now either. I haven't unlocked that one yet. That's one of the ones I haven't unlocked. But I didn't have the Queen Bee. I haven't unlocked that one. That's another one. It's like 3 I haven't unlocked yet. Or 2. So the point I'm making is, what level is this? Level. It's 5. Next level 7. What level am I at now? Level 9. Take 7% of your infantry. I need to max that thing out. So yeah, a lot of this I didn't have, guys, a year and a half ago. Matter of fact, when I returned to the game a year and a half ago, I didn't have any troops. I had no troops, guys, because my account was zeroed. I gave my account away to a friend of mine, and he was a free-to-play account. I never forget when he started playing. He thought because, there were so many troops, and I was like 2.2 or 2.3 billion might, guys. And that was when I left early before COVID, guys. Early 2020 when I left the game. And I had a lot of troops and stuff, so he didn't understand that. When did I get this? I didn't know I had that. But he didn't know that back then, when you in 2020, if you had 2 billion plus troops, you was pretty tough. I didn't have really gear though. So what am I saying? What am I saying? Is that with today's updates that IGG has, it's senseless to keep investing in the game. And I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, when you think of the reality and the seriousness of players that want to walk away from this game, but they don't because they've invested so much into it. It's like me taking this chain here, this gold necklace here. It's like me taking this necklace here. Take this necklace and go down the street, driving down the road, and just throw it out the window in the middle of a crowd. Just throw it out there and keep it moving. Or on an airplane and throw it out the airplane. It's like you don't do stuff like that because it's costly. You lose your value. You've invested a lot in it. Same with your car. You don't just go down the street and say, okay, I'm going to take my car. I'm going to take my Mercedes Benz. I'm going to take my Kia. I'm going to take my BMW. I'm going to take my Lexus. I'm going to take my Austin. I'm going to take my Jaguar. I'm going to take my Cadillac. And I'm going to just give it to the first person I see. It's been done. People have done it. But people who really worked hard for their stuff and who really put a lot into it, they don't do that. And we don't either. That's why when we go to the grocery store, we're like, dang, prices are high. That's why when we go out to eat, we're a little bit anxious about what kind of tip am I going to have to give this waiter. That's why when we look at a pair of shoes that we like to buy or clothes, we're like, man, that's kind of high. Can I get it for a lower price? So I said all that to say that it's the same way with this game. Players know when when IGG is getting over on them. We players know. IGG read my lips. Players know when you're pulling a fast one over on us. We know. Because that's what you guys are doing. You're back behind the curtains, behind the scenes, coming up with all these little strategies and all these little developments and updates and things just to further keep us in your power and in your clutch financially. But, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. So, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's just players just ain't leaving because they don't want to walk away. They don't want to. Thing just tricked me. I hate when it tricks me. Click on it and it disappears. I don't even put on anti-scout no more, guys. I really don't even care about being zeroed anymore, guys, because they just go right to the sanctuary. It's like, what is this? IGG didn't do this, guys. IGG didn't do this for the players getting zeroed. They did it because if everybody lost their troops like they used to in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, if everybody kept losing their troops like they did then in war and in being zeroed, there will be far less accounts that rally leads and guilds can rally. Yeah. Even today, when players get zeroed, they quit the game. So back then, when players got zeroed, when they were like 600 million might, 400 million might, and they got zeroed, man, they just left the game, left their castles. They was like, I'm done with this game, because the road and the effort and finances that it would take to rebuild those troops were expensive. And that's what I mean by back in the days when you had Shorty Doo Wop and the Sugar Gang and the Sugar Family and the Joker Family and uh, JVT, M44 and B2W, all the original players who made those guilds. I'm talking about when we were playing back then, war was 100% costly. I mean, there was no sanctuaries. Those troops needed to be replaced, and that was a big problem back then. So that's why I said the resources were a big reason why people left, because it cost a lot to have to replace those T4 troops, guys. So IGG came up with a way to, okay, let's ease their burden before people keep walking away, and let's figure out how we can save their troops, because they're complaining about it's too much to heal them. They didn't do it for us, guys. They did it for them. They did it for them. So, it's depressing, guys. The state of Lords Mobile is depressing. So, what do I like best about Lords Mobile? With all the money I've given them, man, it's hard to say a good thing about them, to be honest, guys, because I got so much money wrapped into this game, and it ain't even, it's the money I've invested in this game ain't nothing compared to the players who have invested to be emperors and paladins and maxed out accounts. Those people have really truly invested the wealth of it all. So let's look up a player, see if we can find one. Player's name there. Forgot his real name, but let's see. Sometimes you gotta, all this money invested and you can't just type in something and it populates everybody's name that has that in it. All this money invested, like billions, man. IGG is like $1 billion business, and they don't even have a good search engine. It's like what is this? So it's like crazy, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it at all. I do not get it at all. Okay, let's look at player kills. Let's go down to the bottom. Some of these players with these multi big kills. Somebody named Wolfpack. Wolfpack refuses to get level 13, don't he? He's a scoundrel, too. Scoundrel. There's Wolfpack there. Who is this guy? There's somebody. Everybody keep them boots, don't they, guys? Everybody, I mean the mitts. Everybody make them mitts, don't they? Players aren't receiving this level 15 like just instantly. Are players not ready to reinvest? I mean, honestly, guys, are players not ready to reinvest in Lost Mobile? I mean, you guys have been maxed out to level 12 for months, guys. I mean, literally, probably for a couple of years. You guys have been maxed out to level 12 Astrolites. And you haven't had anything to spend your money on. They should be killing themselves to max out their accounts now. But the cost, guys, the cost to get, I mean, it's already enough. It's already enough to get this thing. That's 152 just to get that one to level 4. To get this one to level 7 is 136. I don't have mine's way up there, so I don't know the actual true cost to get it to level 15. So somewhere it's deep, you know. Let's look at this guy. He's got some 13 mitts. Another person not rushing. I kid you not, guys. It's just players they're not rushing, man. Here's one player. He's got level 14 boost, 13 sword, 15 mitts. These guys could buy packs all day, every day, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know at all. I don't have all the answers, guys. And I don't know what IGG is up to. But why did they take it up to level 15? Why did they just take it up to level 20 Astrolites? Would have been way too much, huh? I mean, that's just way too much power, ain't it? I mean, honestly, think about it. If IGG had made the Astrolites to level 20, it was already at 12, they could have made it level 20. What kind of power do you think that would have been, guys? All right. That's level 15. What do you think level 20 would have been there? That's level 15. What do you think level 20 would have been? 25% more? Or 35% more? Army HP? I mean, cavalry attack would have been like what? 60% addition? But the problem of it is, it's coming, guys. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. And players, I mean, people want this stuff. I mean, they want it, but the chagrins, the headaches, the mental uneasiness that players get from being either impulsive or giving in to paying to max this out further, it's really stressful because they get it, and then we're like, me include myself, then we're like, damn man, just made this level 15. I done spent another $400 to make this level 15. I'm gonna spend another $500 or $600 to make this, and it just becomes a further headache, guys. And that's why you see some players, they may have certain parts of their accounts close to max out. They're 70-80% maxed out accounts, and then they're like, I'm tired of investing. That's why we see players that are like, I just don't feel like giving them any more money. It's like, it's a burden, guys. This is a headache to just give somebody your money for something you don't really get to use to your satisfaction every day. Like for this necklace, I didn't mind giving the jeweler or the seller the money for this, because I get to enjoy it, something I get to enjoy with every day as I wish, you know. So yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know that. So the number one reason why players like Alvartrex and uh, Worthy Prince, a lot of players have not left. Some of them haven't left because they make money off the YouTube videos as well. They make some of their money back, and they get, and some of the players also get donations and gifts from people from their YouTube channels. Uh, but they still want to leave this game. You've seen people like VNNCG, you know, he was a great YouTuber, great blogger, knowledgeable, and he left the game. A lot of players just leave the game. They find a way to leave. I did it, and I know at one point I will do it again. Not right now. Not right now. Not in any foreseeable future. You know, not hastily, but I do know one thing. You won't see many more videos about me working on another champion piece. I'm gonna get one more champ piece. That's gonna be it. And then everything else, I'm just gonna take what I got, guys. My account will fall behind because, look, guys, look at my Astrolite level. I'm not even halfway. I'm not even halfway close to Astrolite levels, and my gear is not even halfway close to being what it could be or should be for the kind of money I've spent. And then after another year, mark my word, from today, today is, there you have it, September 5th. Mark my word, a year from today, IGG will have a couple of more updates already out. By the time this time next year, before next year is over, IG will have 2 or 3 more updates. A familiar will unlock, say, for instance, this guy here. This guy here will come out with an army talent. They're working on it. They've been working on it. It's about trying to balance it or whatever. Or the Gargantuan has one. It's the right. Where's it at? Just a second, guys. Let me find it for you. The Tyndall Titan. It will have one. So in the next year, they'll probably have more Titan things there. They may come out with another $11,000 hero. Who knows? He might counter something. Who knows what he might do? They probably won't have T6. And if they do come out with a T6, it may not be infantry range or cavalry. It might be a countering, or who knows? It might be a wizard that just can't be beat. I don't know. They're gonna steal it from somebody else. You know, the idea from somebody else, and just capitalize on it. But so you guys know the state of the game. You know, I just don't feel like people are getting the bang for their buck. People are not getting. It's not worth it. And like I said, a year from now, what purpose is it for me to keep updating my account if I'm going to always be very far behind? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. If you're a pay to play, why would you keep investing in something you can never get back and it's never going to be enough? Ask yourself that. So this account, it looks reputable. It looks nice. It's mediocre. It's above mediocre in a sense. But at the same time, though, it's nothing like probably that guy's account or this guy's account. You feel me? You feel me, guys? Why would I keep investing money? Why am I investing money in the game? I mean, to look good, yeah. But if I'm doing it to look good and good is never enough, then I'm defeating the purpose. It's like the old saying, they have a saying that you're pouring water out of a sinking ship. I mean, look at this guy. Level 13. What is he going to do? Just one day he's just going to break out to level 13. He ain't even got all of his to level 12s yet. So it's like, he's probably like, what's next, man? What's next? I'm going to make them all 15, and by the time I get them all 15, IGG will give me 3 more months, and then they're going to come out with another familiar that I got to go get. They're going to come out with another castle skin I got to go get. They're going to come out with another troop type or some type of skill or another artifact. They're going to come out with another artifact that I got to get. So it's like, or guys, check this out. Or maybe IGG would just simply come out with something like another Verge way. Something that's going to give people a Verge way or something. Something's going to give somebody some more. Something's going to give somebody some more turf boosts that I got to max out. IGG will put another building inside your turf that you got to max out. That's going to give you a total of probably a total of probably 50% infantry, 50% more range, 50% more cavalry, or when it's all said and done, maybe just 15% altogether that you got to do. So I'm just looking at the facts, guys. I'm stuck on this topic because it's hitting home and it's really serious. And I just think it definitely depreciates the accounts that's out there and the money they've spent with this game. It's like, what can IGG do to give back? What can they do to give back, guys? Can anybody answer that question? What can or what does or what can or what will IGG do to give back to players? What would be sufficient enough to give back to us? What would it take? What can they do? What changes can be made in the game to where IGG can be like, hey, we know we've been greedy. We've made a lot. We've come up on, you guys' hard-earned money. What can we do to give back to you guys now? What can we do to make the game right? I can't even imagine what that would take, guys. So I don't get it. But I don't understand it, man. Hundreds and hundreds of guilds just sitting around waiting to do what, man? Just say I got an account, or my account looks like this. But we're not the real winners. We're not the real winners. We're not winning. I mean, for the sake of saying you zeroed somebody, Or let's look at this guy here who lost his leader. Where is he at? He should be in here. Right here, guys. I don't see it in here, but it definitely should be in here. It should be. Is that 3 hours ago, or how long ago was that? Yeah, right here, guys. He attacked this player here, one of our members here. This player here attacked a member there. He's a nice account too. He got capped though, but he attacked the player. This guy here, where's he at? Let me go up some. This dude here attacked, and he black winged us, guys. And I reinforced and garrisoned with all T5. He black winged us. I was pissed. Got capped. He used his bunny to escape. That's a max account though, guys. It was a maxed account. Now it's not maxed anymore. So what are players like that gonna do? Just go hand IGG, go hand them another $3,000, $2,000, and go ahead and max your account out again. 4 months later, IGG is saying, okay, your bill is due. We have more artifacts out that's going to help you max out beyond your 74 bless and your 133 or whatever. So it's going to cost you though another 2,500. And then when you finish paying that bill, we'll give you a receipt and we'll give you your new bill for the next update. Got another gear piece we're coming out with. It's gonna be better than Champion. Might be a diamond piece or a platinum piece. Platinum gear. Diamond gear. So all I'm saying, guys, is I don't see what the investment is about. So why do you invest in the game? Get you guys' comments. Leave it in the comments. Why do you invest in the game? Why do you play the game? Do you just do it for social, or do you just love the thrill of warring and strategy, or do you just like, if you're pay to play, do you just like giving your money away? Or what's your reason for playing this game? Leave it in the comments. Chat with me. Let's dialogue. Let's see if we can get this video some views and get it shared. Hopefully it can get back to the ears of IGG and they may take notice of it, which like they haven't taken notice of any of the YouTubers, but maybe, who knows. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Just wanted to dialogue that because it is it's a real serious issue. There's so many players like myself and like all the others that are stuck in this game because of the amount of money they've spent, and because IGG won't let them just sell their accounts, and then nobody really wants to buy the accounts for what they're worth. So with that being said, guys, have a good week. I'm out. Peace, guys. Have a good one.